everybody, Cynda Sells here, and I have Rachel Chapman with me here today. She's one of the agents here at Cynda Sells Realty Group, and we have a lot of conversation that goes on in our office, and we're always trying to figure out ways to help people buy and sell homes. And so we started talking about investors. She's been working with investors, we all do, and we thought that we might give some tips on how to help people that are thinking about investing and getting into investing, and some pitfalls of it as well. And so Rachel works with a lot of investors, and so she's got a lot of experience. And I think some of the things that we were kind of talking about today was maybe the predisposition that an investor, someone that's thinking about getting into buying property to flip it, to sell it again and make a profit, or to rent it, and kind of the things that goes on and how you help them get past this and educate them a little bit better as to how to do that. So we were talking about, for instance, you have an investor that you've been working with that you just are having a lot of trouble finding them properties. So what's going on out there?
Right. Okay. Well, what we have discovered is that there are not as many foreclosure properties on the market as there were 2 or 3 years ago. So there's just not that many out there, and it seems like there are more investors now trying to get properties and flip them and make some profit. So what we've come against is that with making offers, we're up against multiple other offers. Yeah. And what I've discovered through doing research and looking at different neighborhoods and areas, that a lot of those foreclosure properties are now selling at full price or more. And so that makes it difficult, because I know a lot of investors have a certain profit margin that they have to stay in and keep all their numbers right to be able to do what they want to do. So that's made it a little bit more challenging.
Well, and then we were talking about, of course, we have relationships with lots of our realtor friends out there, because we co-op with them. And so we get to hear if an agent is specializing in foreclosure properties they sell, we get to, we like to visit with them and find out. And you had talked to a gal the other day that has done quite a few foreclosure properties, and what was she telling you? It was interesting.
Yes, it was very interesting. So we were talking about the foreclosure properties and the bank-owned properties out there, and she let me know that her inventory of foreclosures was about 130 or 140 properties just 2 or 3 years ago, and now her inventory is like 15. So they really have dried up.
Well, and because
a couple of years.
Yeah, because the market has changed, which is good. That's good. Not so much for the investor. Right. And she also commented, and this is kind of the sad part of it, is that a lot of people went to these classes, these seminars and things, learning how to be investors, and thinking that they could basically buy properties for nothing, that it would be easy to find them. And if you kind of think about it, Rachel, maybe there aren't any more investors than there ever were, but because there's so few properties to buy, kind of like with everything that's going on, it's just made it harder and harder for them to be able to do that. So I believe you can still buy properties for rentals, for sure, and you should be doing that. You may have to pay a little bit more, but a rental is a long-term investment that you could have, that you make money long-term. Still needs to be in a great area,
right?
You've still got to comp the areas and make sure they're places where the property values are going to go up, but you probably aren't going to get them for half price. That's probably not going to happen, but it can still be a good investment for someone. And there are other ways that you can look and find properties. Some people have had success buying them off the courthouse steps.
Yes.
That's difficult, but can be done. I've suggested to my investors that they send postcards and letters out to areas that have good growth, had good property values, asking people if they want to sell their homes. So you can give incentives. If you're not working with an agent in that regard, then you could tell them that you won't ask for commission, that you could buy it at a fair market value. as is, buying it as is, so that they don't have to do any repairs. And there's elderly people and other people out there that just want to sell it and get rid of it, and so it's an opportunity for an investor to get a good buy, and someone else to get out from under their property. So here at the Cynda Sales Realty team, we always try to facilitate our investors and help them as much as they can. It is a little bit more difficult these days, but it can still be done. So if you're thinking about buying properties and you want to get in the rental and investment area, reach out to Rachel Chapman. She's awesome, and she's worked with a lot of investors, and she's got the jam down. She can help you. Just call her at 816-600-7355 or visit us on the website. It's cyndasales.com. Thanks for stopping by today, and hope you have a great day.